Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, E-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. And yeah, I'm back in the book. We're going to do dun, 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 dun. The Big Six, my favorite number. Okay? And right think, anybody ever play spades? They got things in spades you bid, and before they get the hand, before you see your cards, you going in blind. Right now, right thinkers, come on with me in the blind. I'm gonna do this in the blind. I got 2 pages of information, which I'm pretty much, understand now, but from his layout, his perspective, I'm gonna rock this thing. Let me see how well I get this thing done. See if I can make my point and get the education I'm trying to get across to you. Let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. That's all this pertains to life. So you appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you had an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my God be true. We talking here about now Satan. Y'all know the devil. But Satan is, they say, Saturn. Saturn is a planet. Now this is my man, this book of wisdom. This got the, okay. You see here, we're going to start with the man. 666, the 3 numbers that everybody marketed the beast. The cube is a 6-sided thing. We got here 3 different things. Right here. We got 6 points to the 6-pointed star, 6 triangles, and 6 sides. 6 is an important thing for the third dimensional existence. Okay, understand that. The 7 planets, we're going to break them down. We got them in different size, a little bit of stuff here. Break down Saturn at number 5, number 6, all that good stuff. All esoteric teaching for those who want to know the hidden meaning and get the real message. All right, Saturn is Satan. Satan is Saturn, excuse me. And Saturn is a planet, the ring planet, but it represents time. From my understanding, okay, this ain't my stuff. Okay, I'm in the blind, so I'm trying to wing it as best I could from my understanding. You see, Saturn represents the North Pole, represents carbon-based human beings. That's what we are. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. That's the carbon-based being. That's what we're going to start with right there. Okay, let's rock. 666. Carbon-based life form. That's spirit comes down into matter. When spirit and matter connects, that's human. All forms of life are based on the bonding properties of elements, okay? Carbon, excuse me. Different elements come together to make the whole. That's always been that way. That's the Trinity right there, okay? So carbon is 6 protons, 6 electrons, again, 6 neutrons. We all understand that, which give us the combination number 666. Now, the Bible is a coded book. They give you the little 666, but y'all really got this thing. It's the mark of the beast. Yeah, they're right about that. Why? Because it's man, it's human. That part they got right. But they'll tell you, it's also, if you add the numbers up to 18, 8 and 1 equals 9. The root of 18 is 9. That means that's the perfect man, not the mark of the beast. 6 is the mark of the beast. Flip it around, become the 9, it becomes the perfect man. I know that from my Egyptians. Numerology, I know that too. So again, this is all a play on symbolism, and as you teach it esoterically, the students will understand the hidden meaning, and those who don't have a clue. Well, 666, that's about to be. I used to be a dancer. I ain't proud of that, but my stage name was Robin Hood. and I wore the 3/6. Freaked everybody out. Why? I had to understand about that a long time ago. We had a bookie in my neighborhood, Reverend, he was, oh God, dang it. I call him Deco Mounty, because Reverend Wade. He was giving numbers out, on this little radio station. He was a hook con man, behind the name of the Lord. But I went to put the number in, he wouldn't take it. Okay, another story. But again, that's more superstitious, symbolic nonsense. Well, I ain't gonna put that number. You're a number taker. What the hell you get about what number it is? Again, see? But you got the physical body. They call that the mark of the beast. Hello? Again, that's the literal meaning. The simulation of Saturn. Our souls is in a bondage with what? The body. Again, the body is Saturn, they claim. They try to get that point across to you. That sixth side. Up, down, forward, backwards, left, right, up, and down. Okay, six movements. Okay. Night on the chest tip, you get 5. You go 2 up and 3 over, or however you want to do it. But okay, it's all symbolical. It's all for a purpose. The 6, you got 6 points. When you take my triangle, you take this and pose it on another triangle going down, you can get 6 sides. 3 and 3 is 6. Mastery is what? 33 degrees of masonry is the master. Well, the 3 degrees is the master. 33 is the super level. See where we're going with that? John 3:3. That's the master of one of self. Christ was considered a master. Rabini, the teacher. All this all symbolical, but it's all for teaching and esoteric messages for those who want to be in their cult follower. Okay? Everybody didn't want to be a Mason, so you had to come in your own free will code. They didn't solicit. I would never solicit. Why? If you want to be, come on. If not, leave me be. Now, I got to get my little magnifying glass. It's got a part here I can't read to save my life, and this ain't going to help me much better. But this part right here. He really fine-tunes this, and my eyes ain't that good. See here? This is the 7 levels of heaven, the 7 the 7 planets, but all the 7 is incorporated in here. I'm going to break it down and read it to you over here. But you see the 6 sides, okay? The 6 triangles. All this is based on calculation, and I've got another one coming up for you after that. 6 is an important number. Why? It's bi. It go both ways. Flip it, it's a 9. All right, but you see the thing in there? And both of them had that little open. That's the female part of the womb. Okay, don't tell nobody. All right, but here, I got down here, we going down with what's that? Corinthian is 4:4. It says, Satan, who is the God of the world, the physical world, they telling you, man fell from spirit to matter. The first one to do that is the devil, Satan, and this is his domain, and God let him have this. Why? In order to get to him, you got to pass the test here. Why? To elevate, ascend, to get to him. No more just, everybody's going to heaven. No, they shut that down. That was getting out of control. So, you put some stipulations. From a teacher perspective, a philosophical point, I get it, I understand it. That's why I'm laughing, because it just, all dogs don't go to heaven. Well, all dogs go to heaven. Why? They got nobody to worship in concert. They can be dogs. They'll make a difference. They ain't held accountable to know themselves. So there they go. But us humans, all of us don't go to heaven. Let's go. So Saturn is the first celestial energy that's responsible for what we call incarnating our souls into what? Material form, the physical body. That's what they call us bondage. The body is the prison. Prison or the tomb, your choice. Okay, understand that. Now, as the Lord of the Rings, there we go. Saturn marks the outermost layer of the solar system. That's here. I can't, it's too small, but that's the same. Saturn's up here. Okay. All this other stuff you got to fall through to get down here. They got a concept of ascending from falling and ascending. Spirit falls into matter. Matter gets enlightened, ascend back to spirit. And that's the concept. Okay, I ain't got to go to, I'm not here to, no, I ain't got time for that. I'm going to break it down like he do. I hear him, I love what he break it down. I love the way he teach it, okay? But that ain't how I teach it, so I'm doing it my way. I know just what he's talking about, but this is my way. Let's go. And again, I'm in the blind, so I'm winging it, so to speak. But when you passing through, Saturn binds the soul into what? Time and space. this place here. How we come through? The womb, the female womb. Everybody comes the same way. Y'all looking for portals. And again, y'all take a myth, an allegory, and you try to make it literal to fit your concept. That don't mean a damn thing. I'm still going with the spiritual aspect, and I understand the esoteric teaching, so you can't fool me with your nonsense trying to make everything literal, okay? And don't know what the hell you're doing half the time, okay? By your misinterpretation and your ignorance of not following the things that were laid out before you. You want to change it. And in time and space, this is why Saturn is called what? Father Time. Chronos. Okay, time. This is his element. When we leave the spiritual realm, coming to the physical realm, this is Satan's domain. God damn. Excuse me. But come on, man. This should be real simple. I guess maybe it's just me. Calm down. But I hear y'all preach and teach all the bunch. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I heard a guy tell me that, yeah. But no, my man, you might not understand what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Moving on. Again, freedom of choice. And when you're dealing with time, okay, Father Time, in astrology, they tell you, know the zodiac. Why? There's purpose and reason to mastering what? The zodiac. That's your mind. The 12 cranial nerves, they broke it down and put them into apostle, disciple, whatever. But it's all things that you need to know about you. I've been accused of knowing everything. No, just about myself. And watch this. In astrology, Saturn is the great teacher. Ding, 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 ding. The introducer to restrictions, to duality, and what? In your physical limitations of the mind. He got you covered in time and space. He controls this. You have to acquiesce to his world. You have limitations. In God's world, you don't need that nonsense. Okay? So that's why he give you this. But this is temporary. This ain't eternal. The physical world ain't eternal. You pass through here. Okay? To have experience. This ain't the end. The end is getting to him. And only those who pass this test, again, spiritual beings, having human experience, what? For the purpose of knowing who we are so I can go back home and meet my dad. Okay? I know he ain't there. Okay? That's not my dad. He ain't my dad. He's my physical dad. Like Joseph was Jesus' physical father, and God was his earthly. Joseph was his earthly father. God is his spiritual father. He's my earthly father, and God, I get the concept. I understand. I ain't got a problem with it. Why? I can use it to my benefit and use it as an inspiration, motivation for a different perspective about myself. Okay? And what's this? The astrology, the mind is boundless. Okay? This thing up here is the most sophisticated machinery known to man, but guess what? It's a one and done deal. It's disposable. When you die, the mind is no use to nobody. Your mind only good for you when you're alive. You know that? Again, all your other body parts transferable, whatever, but the mind, they don't give a damn why. Everybody get one, fresh one. Okay, new envelope, new package. All right, it comes sealed. But once inside the spirit, once inside the Saturnian system, the physical world, now your soul is crystallized into physical matter. It went from spirit to physical. Why? Because the sperm in your father and the ovaries in your mother got together and sparked that life and you created you. That's why. And everybody's came the same way. Everybody came the same damn way. Anybody who ain't got a belly button, let me know. My man did the same thing. I'm with him. We all came from a woman's womb. You know, that's the physical world. That's where we live in. And the so-called, we call that what? The mark of the beast, the carbon-based form of human man, 666. But y'all done took it religiously and made it something totally different and wrong. But y'all believe it's right, so I can't argue about what y'all make and how y'all symbolize it. But I'm telling you right here, this was the intent. Okay, the so-called mark of the beast, Saturn, and the person of matter. Excuse me. Saturn is the prison of matter. Hold on one second. Yeah, sorry about that. When we come into physical form, we're in the devil's domain. We're in the sin city. We're in the materialistic world. That's the devil's domain. It's okay, but you need to know how to deal while you're here. If not, you will continue to be here. But you can't go there until you pass here. That's the concept. All right, let me wrap this up for you right quick. I'm good. I got a whole bunch of stuff left here. But okay, the game cube of Saturn is called Saturn's cube. six-sided, it represents the structure of the physical reality into what? The physical reality, a system of what? Control and limitation. You have limitations in the physical body. There's certain things you can't do. If I try to pick up a 300-pound weight, I'm not going to do it. Why? I don't have the strength for that. I'm not that strong. So the physical body has limitations, okay? Everybody can't fly in the air like Mike and do hang time, all that stuff. It's God-given talents that every individual has something to bring to the table. Why? God grants everybody talent. Simple as that. Moving on. Now, if you capitalize on it, get rich off it, I ain't got a problem with that. But don't let that take you away from God. The devil gives you everything you want in the material world. Don't forget to be spiritual. Don't forget to be paying God the respect to what? Give you the opportunity. The devil don't get opportunity. God do. Okay? Now, when you are controlled in limitations in the physical form, they had a Masonic guy, Manly P. Hall. He's a good dude. He wrote a book called The State of Magic. And Satan, I'll be talking about Satan, the God of this world. He is key to what they call crystallization. And this suggests that what? The Saturn, aka Satan, is the force that solidifies spirit into form, trapping divine essence, which is the spirit of God, trapping it where? In the density of matter, physical form. Spirit becomes matter. The yin and the yang. You become from spiritual form to matter. And they say it's the bondage. Yeah, because why? If you don't work your way out, you're stuck in the simulation of your own makings. Boy, this is good. I've got my stuff. I got this stuff. I'm putting it together. Y'all getting a double banger. Y'all getting two sides of this thing right here. Okay, I don't know how he do his, but I that little thing over there, I ain't dealing with that. But I know it's got to do with the 7 planets. And when you hear 7 is what they was big on. Why? 7 planets. See right here? These are all signs and symbols for the planets. I'm about to go over that with you right now. Then I'm going to shut it down. I got some more. The 6 thing in a minute. Let's do the 7 right quick. All the planets are symbols. All the planets' symbols are made out of the sun, the moon, and earth symbols. The moon represents one's mind. I just heard a good lesson about that this morning. I got a good concept about that one. The sun represents the soul. The earth represents the physical body. This cross here, the actual cross, is physicality. Okay. Oh yeah. This represents, this the first sign. God, that's you the dot in the circle. Okay. That's considered your soul. Again, inside the body, that's it, and this is the soul. Here is the moon. It represents your mind. This represents physical form. This is what Christ gets crucified at the cross, from spirit to matter. Yeah, that's what the crucifixion is really about. Not a man on the cross, but y'all took it religiously and made it that way. So again, misinterpretation, misunderstanding to suit their needs. Somebody did that for a purpose. Let's talk about the 7 planets. Okay, the moon, which is lunar, that equals the mind, the thought. Again, crazy person, we call them what? Lunatics. See how the wordplay, etymology, I ain't big on that because that's too intangible. I ain't got time for that. I want to teach you how to think so you can do the other stuff on your own. But I'm trying to show you and linking the moon to the mind. Okay, the moon controls the female menstrual cycle, 28-day cycles. Men, we got a refreshment cycle, 28 days. Again, so the moon is full, then it wanes and it waxes. Okay, concepts of what? Your imagination. You got a little one, you got a big one. At full moon, they say it's best to what? Do your most investing. Why? That's in the subconscious. The moon is your subconscious. Why? It regulates the body. Everything runs by the subconscious. You ain't got to think about the heartbeat. You ain't got to think about nothing except the movement that you want. Everything else regulated by the subconscious. So there's always something going on. Your mind is able to shift, just like the phases of the moon. I love this. Because see, I'm following him. I'm understanding. But remember, my philosophy is of ancient. So this really ties in pretty good. I got it. And your mind, germain, equals mind, moon. M-O-N, French, equals moon. Min is connecting to the moon. Mind connects to the moon. It's all up here. And the moon controls emotions, thoughts, cycle, the 28 4-week cycle, we had 13 months, 28 days. One day for cat 64, 60 make it 365. From the Egyptian perspective, we had 360, a circle of 360 degrees. So where did the 5 days come from? We call eponomical days, meaning holidays. Now we got a whole bunch of holidays. The 5 gods with the 5 holidays, that's the 5 days. That's all Egyptian mythological concept. And other people got different philosophy about that. I understand that. I can tell you, I'm combining the two. I know mine, but I'm learning his as I go. And it makes sense to me. That's I'm not having a problem understanding. And watch this. Let's talk about the 7th sign. The moon, the sign is silver. For Mercury, all these is planets, right? And each planet got a different sign that denotes it. Okay? That's all this right here. It's 7 of them. And I'm going to get down here and break it down for you. I hope at the end of the page I should have it all done. Let's go. Oh, Lord, I'm in the 20 bracket. All right, let's go. So the next one, the moon is silver. Mercury represents quicksilver. Venus, the ladies, got the circle with underneath the bottom that represents the woman and the man, but the woman on top. Earth, Venus is copper. The sun, we know, is gold. Okay. Mars with the male, that's the way the women, man is from Mars, women from Venus. Mars with the circle on the bottom and the man on top. Okay. The cross represents the man. And in the Egyptian, this part represents the woman, the womb, the top part, the bottom part represents the man. When they come together, you have offspring. That's how they presented the key of life. Why? That's how you reproduce. They knew that. And gay wasn't in the picture. Okay, 2 gay men can't produce, 2 gay women can't produce. So there's always male and female opposites. That's where you see the circle in the cross. And you got Jupiter, the iron. Mars is iron. The planet Jupiter, 10, and they got like a little 2-4 thing going here. They sign right here. Look at that. Where you at? It's about like a 2-4 right here. And then the last one is a 2-5. The last one, okay, like a 2-4 for some reason. Okay. And then you got the last one, which represents like a 5. Let me see. Break this down for you right quick. Oh, and that was Jupiter is 6th planet, 2-4. Oh, see that? Similar. And now you got Saturn, which is male 5. Okay, that's what it looks like. And it says here, Saturn leader, whatever that means. But then you got the sun, again, represents the soul. The moon represents the mind. The mind, body, and soul, right there. And then you got the Saturn element, okay, which is the cross with like a little snare on it, like a 5, okay. And then you got, this equals earth, matter. So you got the man, matter, the physical form, and the moon, the mind, right there. They come together, right there. Saturn equals mind and matter, connects us from spirit to matter. I get the concept. It makes a world of sense, so I ain't going to beat that one up. Why? Because I understand it and it makes sense. Watch this. Saturn symbol is what? Matter over mind. It's reversed. It should be what? Mind over matter. Saturn flips it, the material world, and that's the world we live in today. Spirit got to rise back, get on top. Your job is to do just that in the physical world, consciously, spiritually. All right, so the symbol for Saturn, it represents matter over mind, okay? Signifying what? How up on incarnation into what? These Satanian simulations. When the spirit comes into the physical form, he's in the matrix, okay? He's in the simulation of his choice. Your mind makes the decision. That's why you have to get knowledge. And we lose what? Our memory. We come in with a blank mind. We come in with a blank slate. And we become what? Trapped in the physical form. They see the physical form as a trap, soul trap. But the soul needs the physical form to get what? Knowledge and understanding so it can go home. It can't go home by itself. Or it just when the body dies, you're going home. No, it ain't. There's a caveat to that. That's the difference. Okay, I hope you understand it. Let me take it on home now. Where we at? Saturn, a.k.a. equals Satan. That's the force that binds our mind by what? Placing matter above consciousness. That's the devil. That's the devil. That's your ego. That's the definition of your ego. And they put it in a different context, but I understand just what they say. All right, let's go. Now, where we at? Okay, where we at? Awareness. Okay. Saturn equals, okay. Now, when you got the mind over matter, okay, you got matter over mind above your consciousness. Now, this alliance with what that book y'all call the Bible, the book made Satan king of this world. Watch this. Satan has blinded the minds of all of religious followers. In 2 Corinthians 4:4, it reinforces the idea that incarnation veils our true spiritual awareness. We born into the world ignorant of who we are. That's why our ancients told you what? Know thyself. Stop the reincarnation. Why? By knowing thyself, then you go home. Simple. You got what? It seems that way to me. Let me wrap it up for you. But now it tells you the Satanian system, the matrix that we live in, why it locks the soul into prison of what we call time and space in the physical body with limitations. The mind is unlimited. The spirit is unlimited. The body is limited, okay? And the mind and the spirit is encased in the body, okay? So it's limited too. Keeping it bound to what? Material illusions. If you like pleasure of the flesh, you like money, you like to look, talk, and be, yeah, you are a lover of this world. If you're spiritually enlightened, you want to help and do the right thing, then you are ascending. When this is over, you will ascend to go be with the Father, who those thoughts were generated. You are what you think and believe you are. Okay? So get knowledge of self. God, excuse me, no, not God. Now, could Saturn be the architect of what? Of the forgetfulness, ensuring our souls remain in this cycle of what? Reincarnation until they awaken. Yeah, that's the whole trick to this game. Y'all putting it on Saturn or Satan, whatever. Wait, we telling you, without consciousness, we give you a brain to become conscious. If you don't do that, that's on you. Calm down. We given this miraculous machinery, sophisticated, with no instructions. Why? We have instructors. All you gotta do is follow one. You can pick and choose anyone you want. Those who choose me, I appreciate you. I got 4,000. I'm good with that. Making other people better, helping them better. That's what I'm doing. That's my only goal. Moving on. So, yeah, the numbers for that will make me feel good. More people learn. More people tune in, the more people I can teach. Moving on. Let me go. Now, if you don't awaken to your true self, you're going to keep going what? Reincarnating. Simple as that. It don't make a difference. Let me take it home right here. Now, the Saturn symbol is where we get what? The number 5. Fever, doctor. That's the physical body giving information to the brain. 5 senses. Watch this. Now, we're going to have a whole bunch of other 5s, but the original 5 is the physical body. 5 senses. The only way the brain can communicate. Watch this. They'll tell you that part. So I'm saying, I know what he's talking about. Watch this. Now, broke the symbol for 5, number 5. The middle point that shifts into the other half of the sequence, this is the connection to what? Saturn's role as the force that transitions your spirit into matter. That's what the sign right here is supposed to represent. Okay? Matter into spirit. But they got it reversed. Okay? Saturn push you in the what? Physical world. And the only way you communicate with your higher self is what? 5 senses. Come on now. Come on, somebody. If I'm a preacher, I want somebody to back me up. I want to, yeah, amen. Or yeah, go on. You know, everybody got a yes man. You know, that brother who in church is always one of them guys. Amen. All right, that's the amen, man. And Ray Charles said, get me a moaning woman, a screaming woman, a mad woman, so she can sound crazy. All right, here we go. But to follow the other half, the sequence in the connecting Saturn's role as the force that transitions spirit into matter. That's the fall of man. That's the definition which I call the fall of man. And it can be seen that way symbolically, but that's binding what? Your soul to the physical realm. You're born here. It's like you signed a soul contract. I ain't signed no damn contract. You got one with my mom. out the offspring. The other, I don't know nothing about the other stuff. I don't subscribe to that. I'm going far as my limitation will take me. My knowledge, that's above my knowledge understanding. I just know him and my mom got together. I'm the offspring. Okay, he's the male, she's the female. They get together. I'm the offspring. Now, hex into what? Hex into 5 senses. Again, the physical body, smelling, seeing, hearing, touching, and tasting. Those are the 5 things that's hexed into the 5 elements on earth. You got earth, water, fire, air, and ether. I gave that lesson about ether. Ether is the spirit. Ether, that's the ether that nobody can count. That's God. Okay, the unexplainable one, that's this finger. Give you that lesson too. Sorry, I ain't give you the finger, but I'm just showing you that's ether. Now, in numerology, what's this? 5 represents change, symbolizing what? That the souls fall into material form. This is best. There is Saturn influence. We fell from spirit to matter. Hence, we are the Lord of the Rings. Why? We can make that transition. That's the whole concept of being in the human form. What? To become conscious. We got spirit, we got matter over spirit. We got to flip and put spirit back over matter to go home. That's the concept. That's the lesson. I'll be back with another lesson about Saturn, Satan and Saturn. We're going to deal with the number 6 right back. More about that 6 thing. Right thinkers, may you all there to be 100. Me 100 minus that day. So I never know my right thinkers who now understand Satan and Saturn, the 6 elements passed away. I'll be right back with some more. This is fun.